Today, we're going to work on about a 12 to 14 minute ROM WOD. So, ROM WOD stands for range of motion workout of the day. What we're going to be doing is we're going to do some stretch movements. We'll be holding in them for about 2 to 3 minutes for each movement. This isn't a rush stretch class. This is more learning about the movements, getting ourselves relaxed, settled into them. For some of these movements, when we first do it, you may not feel the sensations that I'm describing, but if you breathe through it, get into the movement and just wait, you will find that slowly you're going to get there. You may not feel it the first time that we do this class, but as we do this subsequently, you're going to find it easier to get into the movements, feel the sensation, let your body weight do the work for you. Okay? So, first movement, we're going to sit in for a couple of minutes. Nice and simple. We're going to spread our legs out as absolute wide as we can. I'm going to pull my toes towards my head, and my knees are going to push down to the mat. My legs are going to be as absolute flat as they possibly can. Okay? Hands directly in front of us. We're going to open those shoulders up. We're going to lean forward. As you can see, it doesn't take much of a movement to feel the pressure on the back of your legs in here. Second, we round our backs and flow like that. We take all the pressure off our body. We're no longer in that stretch. We need to make sure we're nice and tall. We remain nice and tall throughout this. If at first it feels real tight, that's okay. Stay in that position. Make sure that you remain some pressure, some active movement towards this stretch until it starts to feel a little bit more comfortable. And at that stage, we move our hands just a little bit further. Pull those shoulder blades back together. Halfway there. A little longer. As you start getting a little bit closer to your limit, you're going to feel your knees wanting to lift up. Make sure you've got that pressure. Toes are pulled back. Legs are flat to the ground. Nice and open up top. "15 seconds left. Three, two, one. There we go. Bring our hands in. We're going to get up into the tabletop position. So my hands are going to be underneath my armpits. Knees are directly underneath my hips. Okay? There we go. In this position, I'm going to let my tailbone go up nice and high. I'm going to bring my feet together. They're not overlapping, but they're nice and close together. And I'm going to slide my knees out. Okay? Into frog position. Now, what we want to make sure here is that our shoulders stay above our hips. We don't want to get our butt up with our shoulders down. We want to make sure we're shoulders above our hips. And we're going to slide our hips back and down. Okay? We want to maintain our body weight is on our hips right now, not in our arms. So it should feel really light up front, but all that weight is back in our hips, pushing down, opening those hips up. We're in this movement for 2 minutes. If you start to feel a little bit of cramping within your hips, just breathe through it. Okay? Remain with that active press into the movement. Don't come out of it. Slide back in. Press. If it's more comfortable to go down, that's fine. Just make sure your shoulders are above your hips as you push back. Halfway there. "30 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to bring our hands in right underneath our body. We're going to push up a little bit, bring our knees together to come up from that movement. Right on. Okay, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring my right leg forward. Knee is going to be right on top of my ankle. Okay, nice and tall. I'm going to extend my left leg back as long as it can. Okay, I'm going to go nice and tall into this movement. Okay, again, what we're relaxing is our hip. The movement here is to push those hips down and forward. Okay, the opposite of what we just did. So down and forward as opposed to down and back. Nice and tall. Okay, open those shoulders up. If you're feeling a lot of pressure on your back knee, it means that you don't have that leg extended far enough. We want to feel this movement in our hips, in our glutes. Okay? If it's in your left knee, then you need to lengthen that knee to push that body weight into the center of your body like we have right now. "30 seconds. Find your balance. Push that front heel down into the mat. Sink those hips. "10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to push back with my front leg. Nice and long. Okay? Letting my hips fall back. I'm going to reach down and grab underneath my front leg. Okay? Nice and long back, nice and tall. Should feel this go right up the back of your leg. Slide those hips back as far as they can. "30 seconds. There we go. Slide those hips back. Don't release that active pressure. Three, 2, 1. Coming up on that. Switching to the other side. Okay? Left foot forward, knees right over top of my ankle. Right leg fully extended out, foot flat on the ground. Shoulders up, shoulders open. Again, hips being pressed forward and down, bringing those shoulders up nice and tall. Breathe into it. Okay? Again, if you're feeling pressure on your right knee, make sure your leg is extended far enough back. If you need to take a rest or apply less body weight into your hips, lean forward. You can put your body just on your front knee. Do that periodically if you need to. Try not to stay in this position. Come back up as often as you can. We've got 20 seconds left on this side. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing back. Sliding those hips back, reaching behind our calf. Nice and long. 1 minute here. Today we're really working the hips, the backs of our legs. As we're getting back into the season for a lot of lifting, these are key areas to be able to perform as best as you can here in the gym. but then also to be able to create that mobility after a workout and relax those muscles afterwards as well. 15 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Coming up out of that. Now we're going to finish how we started. Legs spread out wide. Little hip back. There we go. Toes in, knees down, hands forward. You should try to start this one where we finished the last time we were in this position. You should feel a little bit better now after the other movements that we did. Feel free to do this quick 12-minute stretch as often as possible, whenever you want to, okay? No such thing as overstretching, especially in a time when people are coming into the gym a lot, feeling tight. "15 seconds. Reach out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release out of that. Thanks for joining me. Any questions, let me know. Hope you have a good rest of your day.